You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time.
Oh, wow. I don't know, Charlie, saying I'm ready when you are, and my hat is facing one way. Could you not tell me that my logo wasn't straight?
I mean, it's fashion, Kadeem. So if you wear it to the side, you wear it to the side, you wear it to the front. It don't matter. It's fashion.
No, I feel like wearing it to the side is one thing, but mine was kind of like skewed. Like I got dressed in the dark this morning.
But that's how I wear mine, actually. Like just off to the little bit to the side, but not like all the way to the back.
It's almost like you got dressed in the dark this morning. Like that's the point I'm making.
This guy.
But
what you got, man?
Before we truly delve into what we're talking about and do the intros and stuff like that, and again, if you are watching on YouTube or listening on, the audio version of the podcast, that voice you heard earlier was my co-host Charlie Touche. But I think Bleacher Report are speculating that the Miami Dolphins bring in Miles Sanders in the off season. And it's something which I believe I asked you on a previous podcast, and you were just like, no. As I get the terms of the deal,
bro, you gonna stop trying me, first of all. Like that's what you gonna stop trying me, bro. Second of all, why you try to get these imaginary terms for bringing in Miles Sanders to the Miami Dolphins? That's not a thing either. So I don't know what you got. Who I was gonna say something that's not PG, but I don't know if it's a term, and I kind of want to ask if they say it in London. Like, who peed in your cereal, Kadeem?
I've heard it, but it's not really a London term.
Yeah, I think.
Actually, no. I think it's who peed in your cornflakes. Cornflakes is a type of cereal in the UK, so I've kind of heard that, like, who peed in your coffee, stuff like that.
Yeah, we got cornflakes over here too, Kadeem.
Listen, I thought it might have been a different name or something. Like Frosted Flakes, or
we got Frosted Flakes, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, apologies if my US to UK food knowledge isn't, up to scratch. But Mr. Charlie Touche, how are you?
It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy Charlie Touche. I got my co-host Kadeem Simmons with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Your favorite podcast. I'm good, Kadeem. Wrapping up a weekend, going into a new week. Tua Ningamano Olipola Tungavailoa's birthday party just happened. That thing look saucy, boy.
That looked amazing. I was just like, hey, like, it used to look like he's having the best fun or the most fun in the whole entire world. He had Rick Ross there. He got a fur coat. Like, Tua looked like the weight of the world is off his shoulders and just enjoying, his off season, enjoying his birthday. I saw a video posted, and friend of the podcast, Javon Holland, was there. I haven't seen any other Dolphins players there, but I'm 99% sure that they would be. Javon Holland was the only one I saw in this clip, but no, Tua dancing, traditional dances. Looks like he had an amazing time.
You know who else was there, Kadeem?
Outside of Rick Ross and a friend of the podcast, Javon Holland.
Yeah.
Then no, I have no idea.
Former Buffalo Bill, Jordan Poyer.
Yes.
Talking about trying to make a headline.
Did you see what he said about Tua before the birthday party?
There was two good ones. Which one are you talking about? I was trying to find the other one.
So the one I'm thinking about where he praises Tua, speaks about going to his birthday party, but then kind of also jokes about McDaniel being there and kind of putting on a good suit to talk to McDaniel and stuff. So that's what I saw.
He said that'll be crazy to stay in the AFC East and come down to South Florida. I might have to put on my best suit and tie. I know Mike McDaniel's going to be there. That's what that was the quote that Jordan Poyer said. But he also said he gave Tua some high praises. And I can't find that one right now. But he said they were friends. Some more good stuff in there. I can't find it. I should have been more prepared. Actually, we wasn't even going to talk about it. But yeah, man, that party looked like it was in there, man. I should have put my ear to the street and found out where it was and crashed it. Y'all crash parties in London?
Oh, all the time. I don't. If I'm not invited to a party, I'm not leaving my house to go there. Like, I don't see the point in that. But yeah, definitely. People crash parties all the time, and the party normally gets locked off when it happens. So yeah, not something I do. Is it something you have done in the past?
Party crasher. Let's see. Oh, for sure. Yeah, college days. Because I didn't even go to college, but somehow I'm crashing college parties. So yeah, for sure. Bruh, let's talk about this Byron Jones thing real quick, bruh. What do you make of Byron Jones just now coming out and really voicing his opinion publicly for the first time on a tweet from, I want to say it was University of Connecticut. That's the school he went to. University of Connecticut basically said, "Oh, the broad jump is Byron Jones's event," and Byron Jones tweeted on the commented on it, or maybe he quote tweeted.
He quote tweeted.
Do you have the quote that he said when he quote tweeted it?
Yeah, of course. But what do I make of it? I want to say that over here on Go Time Dolphins, we never really attacked Byron Jones for missing the season. You know, I compared the situation to the Will Fuller situation, which is Will Fuller essentially broke his finger early on in the season for the Dolphins, didn't play again. Former head coach Brian Flores said he was, or alluded to on a weekly basis that he was going to return. He never did, and I don't think Will Fuller's played it down in the NFL since. Byron Jones, it looked like he was going to return this season. Never did. We never saw him play again. But we weren't ones to kind of say he was stealing from the Dolphins. He was, making up and all that kind of stuff. And I'm 99% sure there was at some point during the preseason, maybe even week one, Byron Jones was spotted on a field jogging. But Byron Jones tweeted, and it was so the NFL tweeted, "Just call at UConn's Byron Jones, Mr. Broad Jump." That tweet was from the 24th of February 2015. But Byron Jones quote tweeted it on Saturday saying, "Much has changed in 8 years. Today I can't run or jump because of my injury sustained playing this game. Do not take the pills they give you. Do not take the injections they give you. If you absolutely must, consult an outside doctor to learn the long-term implications." He then said, "It was an honor and privilege to play in the NFL, but it came at an regrettable cost I did not foresee. In my opinion, no amount of professional success or financial gain is with avoidable chronic pain and disabilities. Godspeed to the draft of 2023.
That's a lot, man. We're humans first here on this podcast. And never in the season did I say, "Oh, Byron Jones could gut it out. He could play. He should be on the field." Nothing like that. And you're gonna find fans out there that's saying, "Oh, call him names and say he needs to be out there with his teammates and he's not giving us everything." All the good stuff. You're gonna hear it, or you probably heard it already. I was a little bit different, Kadeem. I was on, business is business. You know what I'm saying? Business has to be taken care of, because if you're not taking care of business as an athlete, the organization is going to take care of their business. So when it comes to athletes taking care of business, fans don't want them to have the same acumen as the front office, business acumen, right? So it's like, well, why is it that the franchise can cut people and move on and restructure contracts and get out of contracts and all this other good stuff, but a player can't say, yo, y'all doing me wrong and I don't appreciate this. Y'all not taking care of me the right way, all this good stuff, right? And I want to dive into a little bit more what it sounds like is maybe an alleged malpractice, meaning he had a touch-up procedure on his Achilles around this time last year, or it was supposed to be around this time last year. Oh yeah, it was this time last year, and it was supposed to be ready for the beginning of the season. It was just a touch-up. It wasn't even like a big surgery. He tore his Achilles. It was just a little cleanup procedure. And he came back grits. He's done. Like, it's not right. It's not working right. It's something wrong, basically. And then you heard what Kadeem said about, hey, don't take what they tell you to take. Don't take the shots. I'm not good right now. And not only does it seem like my career is in jeopardy, my health is in jeopardy. Like, for the rest of my life, I might not be the same. I might have chronic pain for the rest of my life. I don't know. Someone tweeted last night. I'm not going to put a person out there. It was someone I follow. I don't know him personally. I think he's a pretty good follow. So I follow him, and he said, call him all kind of names. And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This ain't it. Like, in no way, shape, or form am I gonna side with the organization when it's the doctor's job to get these players right. And when the doctors aren't getting them right, and you might have a Tyrod Taylor issue where the doctor punctured a lung. You know what I'm saying? Yo, accountability has to be placed where it's supposed to be placed. And we got to hold people accountable. And Byron Jones isn't the one that's supposed to take all the heat for this. So yeah, I think people need to be held accountable. And I don't think this is on Byron Jones. It's unfortunate because I like Byron Jones a lot more than I like Xavier Howard. But when I said this millions of times on this podcast, when he was supposed to be back for the first week and he wasn't back, it no longer mattered if it was because he was holding out or if it was because of the injury. Turns out it looks like it may be a little bit of both, but at the same time, actually, it sounds like he's not good. But at the end of the day, we can no longer trust it. You know what I'm saying? And now we have an issue where if he's contemplating retirement, what does it look like in a financial sense? But you got something else before we talk about a financial sense about Byron Jones?
Well, no, I think someone, it might have been, shout out Tom Bolton. He sent a graphic essentially. It wasn't apologies, it wasn't Tom Bolton, it was someone else. In the UK Miami Dolphins group. If you're in the UK, when we're part of this WhatsApp group, hit me up on the comments and I will get in contact and add you. But he sent a screenshot of the question, what happens if a player retires under contract NFL? And the answer is, when the player is released or retires, the team is relieved of having to pay the player's base salary and any roster bonus that may become due after that, but will still need to account for any signing or option bonus proration that haven't yet counted against the salary cap. So yeah, it's financially the Dolphins do have to pay some things, but again, we'll see when that happens, I guess.
And not to sound insensitive, but this is the business aspect of it, right? He's a human first, but this is a business as well. So we're talking about the business aspect of it. And the business aspect is hopefully we resolve it post June 1st, and it'll be as if it was just a post June 1st cut. Nothing, it doesn't affect the cap in any way. We actually save money post June 1st. If he retires or we cut him before June 1st, it's a whole world of a mess that you guys don't really want to do the math on, bro. That's just it's bad news. But health first. I hope this human being like recovers health wise. Maybe he's not able to play in the NFL again, but hopefully he is able to feed his family hopefully he does play in the NFL again. And if not, then hopefully he gets better in the near future.
Yeah, definitely. My last point is that even if he never plays a down in the NFL again, hopefully he's able to run and jump, just be able to, play with his kids or his nephews or his nieces, or, to just have a pain-free life for as long as possible, I guess.
All right, Kadeem. Is it a rule or some type of maybe some type of stature in place where teams have to basically announce when they want to add or change a uniform? Isn't it like a certain amount of years you have to keep the uniforms you have for like 3, 4, 5 years before you can change it?
So you have to have your uniform for 5 seasons. And then after that, you can essentially submit a change. But when you submit that change, it doesn't take place immediately. It takes place the following year. So we get the situation where every single season, Dolphins fans are like, "Hey, bring back the throwback jerseys, make them, the permanent jerseys." And every single year, it doesn't happen for two reasons. One, we'll kind of delve into later on, but two, and the main reason is that the Dolphins last altered their jerseys in, was it 2017, 2018? They made the orange slightly more orange, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, and because they made that change, it would have been 2018. Because they made that change in 2018, they haven't been eligible to request a further change essentially until this off season.
So not only was it's the orange, it was like this off aqua stripe too on the helmet that didn't match none of the other aqua. It was the wildest. What's going on here? And if you ask me, the aqua still doesn't really match. It's almost as if someone said, "Hey, we're getting negative feedback on the aqua. Can we adjust it?" And then they adjusted it, but kept some elements of the older uniform. It's not right. I know that much. As a Miami Dolphin fan, I need like I, I'm I need the tradition, the rich tradition. And I kind of feel like I say this every time we talk about uniforms. The Dallas Cowboys aren't changing their uniforms, bro. There's certain franchises that can't change their uniforms. It's like, no, we're not changing our uniforms. We are the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And once upon a time, the Miami Dolphin franchise was the NFL. The NFL was better when the Dolphins were winning. You know what I'm saying? Almost like they say about, and I'm not comparing the Dolphins to the Lakers in basketball, but it's almost like the same thing. They're like, oh, when this team is winning in this sport, it's better. Bro, Florida is a football state. And all we had recently was basketball championships. And you know what I'm saying? Miami's supposed to be a football city. Man, listen. I need whoever's going to come in and own the Miami Dolphins. The first thing they need to do to win the fans over is to bring back the throwback uniforms and make them permanent. That's what needs to happen. Now, if you don't do that, I need some type of we need some type of we need to meet in the middle. Give me the I don't know how much I would love the Miami Vice uniforms.
Oh, wait. The what uniform?
Miami Vice.
This one. What, this one? Hold on, wait. Let me. This one, yeah. This Miami Vice uniform.
Yo, so there's audio listeners that refuse to go to YouTube, and Kadeem just had pulled out a mic drop, pulled out the Jalen Waddle Miami Vice uniform, just took his shirt off on YouTube. Bro, look at this. Hey, listen, y'all gotta see this Jalen Waddle jersey, Miami Vice colors, bro. Vice City, Jalen Waddle. Oh my goodness. This I ain't gonna lie, this is orgasmic. I
even
ain't even gonna lie to you.
the sleeves, like the little dolphin in the sleeves,
Yo, that's tough, bro. That is tough. Kadeem pulls out the mic drop, got the Jalen Waddle Vice City jersey on, and I just said I wasn't gonna go to the Vice City uniform, but man, that thing there, boy. So when you was gonna tell us, Kadeem?
listen, all I'm saying, yeah, is that this ain't the only jersey that I've got waiting in the wings. That March 15th live episode, boy, there's a jersey drop that I have been wanting to drop it since I got it. Shout out to JPF Scout got me this one as well. March 15th, this new jersey. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, y'all know how to find Kadeem Simmons. He's at Kadeem Simmons on Twitter. If Jalen Waddle ever leaves the Miami Dolphins, that's all I'm saying. Like, that's all I'm saying. Don't at Go Time Dolphins. Please send all your hate mail to Kadeem Simmons. That is all I'm saying.
Very quickly. So the reason we're discussing this today is because the Dolphins have until March 1st to tell the NFL that they are changing their jerseys in 2024. So 2023, the Dolphins will have the normal aqua, the normal white jerseys. You probably will see the throwbacks at least once. Any change for the 2024 season needs to be announced by March 1st, which is in a few days.
So just clear that up one more time. Any change for the 2024 season needs to be addressed by March 1st.
Yes, March 1st,
This
2023.
Year. 2023. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
So I know when we've discussed this before, we've kind of spoke about how the Dolphins have essentially spent millions, if not billions, on getting Hard Rock Stadium the way it looks now, the training facility with all the weights and everything, with the current Dolphins logo, the aqua of the seats, the current aqua. So to make the throwbacks permanent, you're not just doing it on field, you're doing it off the field, all that kind of stuff, which costs money. And I do get that. I come from a sporting background in the UK where football teams change shirts every single year, home, away, third kit, every single year, brand new kits, brand new training stuff every single year. Some teams like Borussia Dortmund in Germany, they will have about 5-6 shirts a season. They'll have special one-off shirts for special one-off occasions. PSG are another team. PSG, who play in France, have Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. They are sponsored by Nike.
Nike?
Sorry, Nike. Apologies.
I didn't know if that's what you meant or not.
No. Yeah. You did, but it's fine. They're sponsored by Nike, but they also have a Jordan sponsorship. So they sometimes wear like a special Jordan shirt and stuff like that. So in my mind, being in the UK watching soccer/football, I was thinking, well, the Dolphins could probably have it where, say, pre-season, they wear one uniform just for pre-season. Just our pre-season jersey. Boom, there you go. You then have, okay, we're gonna have the current aqua jerseys for regular season games, which is funny because most home games the Dolphins wear white. So, and the reason they wear white, for those you don't know, is that the way Hard Rock Stadium is designed, the away team are always in the sun, always. So the Dolphins wear white, keep the opposing team in dark colors, so they get hot with that kind of stuff.
And that's why you see the Dolphins wear the aqua at night or away.
Yes, but I was thinking, well, why don't you have the Dolphins at night wear the Miami Vice colors? It's prime time, Dolphins on TV. Hey, we're going to celebrate Miami Vice colors. Or I know, and I think they still have it now, but I know at one point the Thursday night football games, teams had to wear the color change uniforms.
Color rush.
So
Color
yeah,
rush.
color wash. So like the Saints have that like all white with a hint of gold, which makes them look like the White Power
Mhm.
Ranger. The Ravens normally wear all purple. And the Dolphins at one point were in orange, if I believe correctly.
Yeah, that was the Cameron Wake game. Halloween game when we played Cincinnati, the walk-off sack. It was all orange, I
So
believe.
yeah, so there's a precedent, I guess, which in somewhat recent history, the Dolphins have worn orange, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's a kit or a jersey that comes back. They have the orange. This is probably a post-production thing. I don't have it on me right now, but we've discussed in the past about having a grey uniform, and someone once done a mock-up of Tua in a grey uniform, and it looks amazing. So I definitely think there's scope for the Dolphins to have essentially, if they're not going to go permanent throwbacks, probably scope to have different games, different times of the season where they do bring out these one-off, uniforms, I guess. But
So
yeah,
so the Cam Wake wasn't a color rush. It was aqua. It was a night game, and we had aqua jerseys on. So just to clear that up, here's my thing about this, Kadeem. Check this out. What's crazy to me is, I believe it costs too much money to make this change. It's like tons of money to make this logo swap and change the colors of this, change the colors of that. And this is not my field, but when it comes to the logo design, when you print it on t-shirts and merchandise and all types of other stuff, this logo, because you obviously that other one was designed what, the 60s, you know what I'm saying? And then they modified it in like the 80s, but it's 2023 now, so technology is better when it comes to graphic design. So it's harder to work with that other logo. It to I don't want to say print, but to use. I know that some graphic designer told me that. Like, oh, I understand why. Look, bro, it's 2023. There's a will, there's a way to figure this thing out. And for my dollar, you would think if and I don't know if there's a rule. Matter of fact, I don't know if there's a rule against wearing alternative uniforms for preseason. It may be an NFL rule like, nah, bro, you can only wear alternative uniforms 4 times in the season, but you can't even wear alternative uniforms in preseason. I don't know if that's a rule, but I know it's 4 times in the regular season though. So that, with that being said, you would think the Miami Dolphins, would say there's no rule against, maybe there is, but I don't know. There's no rule against having our practice facility, our weight room with all our weights and all the walls in the offices. There's no rule against having that as a throwback. You see what I'm saying? So that way, when you do make the transition to going back to the old logo, making it the new logo, you're not spending so much money. You just built, I don't even know how much that facility was. Let's just call it $700 million on a new practice facility. And you put all this modern logo in that entire practice facility when you could have just threw the old logo in it. And when it's time to make that transition, you were already a step ahead. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's like they are really committed to never bringing the old one back. And the way the front office will say it is, oh, well, it means more when we do wear it now. So we wear it for special occasions. I don't know about all that. I just shout out to Scott Van Pelt. Stop the whole sports center just to say, hey, listen, Miami, y'all have the best uniforms in the history of football. Y'all need to do something with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know what time it is, and we just can't get our throwback uniforms.
yeah, and I think it's. I guess I also get it in terms of the Dolphins have how many jerseys of the current, aqua just out and about in shops. If you were to make a permanent change to something else, all those jerseys will have to come back in-house, and what do you do with them? That's how much money have you essentially wasted?
But
In my opinion,
that comes with the territory though. When any team makes a change, that comes with the territory. Like, all right, we have to that is weighed in with the cost. That is collateral damage.
100%. And especially if the Dolphins have 1 year essentially to tell the NFL, then you have 1 year to get rid of all your stock. Like, it's not like it's going to be an overnight thing. You have 1
Mhm.
year, and then even then, people are still going to want to buy the old jersey, because some people probably do like the the current jersey compared to a throwback or an orange alternate, or the Miami Vice one, or a grey one, or whatever. So it's one of those things where I know some people are kind of like, why do Miami fans spend so much time talking about uniforms when they haven't won a Super Bowl since XYZ? It's because we look better in throwbacks uniform. That, like, one home game a year, when even the Hard Rock field design is like the old school thing, it looks 100
It's
times
tough,
better.
bro. That thing's solid.
And it's even like when players make plays in those throwback uniforms. The Miami Miracle, Kenyon Drake, Noah
Kenyon
Igbenogany's
Drake,
pick,
bro.
Noah Igbenogany's pick on my birthday this season against the Steelers. It looks more. It's like, hey, I
I
think
seen
that
some Xavier Howard plays in that jersey too.
100%, and I feel like the Dolphins. You said it really well earlier. Multiple people, including Vic Fangio, when he joined the Dolphins, said NFL is a better league when the Dolphins are doing well. If Stephen Ross under Mike McDaniel wants success, the Dolphins are going to be on prime time a lot. For me, it means I'm not sleeping much, but it's the price you have to pay when the Dolphins are successful. But because of that, you're going to be on prime time night games quite a lot. And in my opinion, I ain't trying to stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning, or start the game 1 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep at 5, 6 o'clock after we've recorded, and watch us play in dusty uniforms. I'm not about that life. If I'm going to stay up until 6 in the morning, give me a throwback. Like I said, like, can you imagine how amazing it would be, Thursday night football against I don't care who, and the Dolphins run out, prime time Hard Rock Stadium in this Miami Vice uniform?
That's tough,
Like,
bro.
obviously,
That's
if
tough.
they take a loss in it, it can be like, oh wow, snap.
Hold on.
But
So
it ain't
what
gonna
do you do with
happen.
the helmet? Do you have a black helmet? Black and so the helmet will be black to match the jersey. So it's a blackout basically.
I think so, yeah.
All
I
right.
think so.
So we got ourselves a little uniform conundrum then, Kadeem. Because hear me out. If you're only allowed one alternative uniform, right? You got a alternative home and an alternative away. That's why we have the throwback whites and the throwback aquas, right?
Yeah.
And then we have the modern uniform, which I'm sporting right now. Kadeem was sporting this, but he's not no more. So I'm sporting the modern aqua and orange, right?
Yeah.
So hear me out. If the Dolphins change their permanent uniforms to the throwback uniforms, that means the modern uniform will be obsolete. It'll be thrown away. What would be the alternative uniform then? Because you're saying our throwback uniforms would be permanent. We'll wear those every Sunday. But when it comes to the alternative nights now, alternative like games, what is the alternative uniform? Is it the Miami Vice black and Miami Vice white, or what?
Would
Because for my dollar, I'll tell you mine. If we go to the permanent throwback uniforms as our permanent jerseys, I think the alternative uniform should be all gray, because the all grays have the throwback logo on it. You see what I'm saying? So you see how your Miami Vice has the modern logo on it, which is cool. It kind of works because it's like, this is 2023. It's a new look. It's Miami Vice. It has the modern logo. But the throwback grays is gray with the throwback logo. Bro, that's a whole nother conundrum. And then this might be why they don't want to change it, because no one's ever going to be happy. Someone's going to say, oh, we need the Miami Vice uniforms. And it's like, yo, we just gave you the throwback uniforms. Yeah, but it's the Miami Vice uniforms. So I think there's no way to make everybody happy, bro.
but I think and I could be completely wrong, but the Dolphins having essentially two alternate road and home jerseys, that seemed like that's a rare thing in the NFL. Most teams have
How you
like,
figure?
pardon?
How you figure that they have two road and home alternatives?
As in having like so you got the current aqua and white, but then
Modern, what I'm wearing right now,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But then
Right.
you've also got the throwback home. Actually, no, I take it back because I think all teams have throwbacks in different colors. But so I guess the alternate would be the orange. I guess they've had it before.
So there'll be no gray, no Vice City. You just go orange.
I think if the team were going to make that choice, I think they'd go orange because it's if anything, it's what they've done recently. The Miami
Yeah,
Vice.
I do not care for an orange Dolphin uniform no more, bro. I seen that.
Oh, 100%. But
Oh,
like,
but friend of the podcast, Javon Holland said bring it back though.
yeah, true. And I think the Miami Vice Dolphins uniform is essentially a myth, if that makes sense. Like,
It's a novelty. It's a
yeah,
novelty.
and I think seeing the Miami Heat do it and do it really well
Bro,
might.
they do it the best. He did it the best.
Yeah, one. I actually think I've got the Miami Vice jersey. No, I don't. I've got a Miami Heat jersey, but it's not the Miami Vice one. I do want that one though. If anything, there's literally examples in recent history of a team down the road doing it really, really well. I think that, but I think if the Dolphins are going to, I don't want to say silence fans, but say, do you know what, fans? Here you go. Here's your throwback uniforms. They will say, but we're giving you orange as well. Like, you can't have everything from.
Dang, I was just about to say, well, what they can do is keep the modern uniforms, but give us the Vice City uniforms as the alternative. But then there'll be no more throwback. You see what I'm saying? That can't be a thing. No more throwbacks.
No, that can't happen.
You see what I'm
Not at
saying?
all.
So you're only allowed a home and away, and then a home alternate and an away alternate. So
Yeah.
so you have to figure out which one you want to do. What? Hit us up in the comments. Let us know. You're allowed 4 jerseys, which is a home jersey and away. Let's call it uniforms. In the UK, they call it kits, right? Y'all call it kits, soccer kits.
Yeah. Kits,
All right,
yeah.
so you're allowed a home uniform and away uniform. It has to be, the same. It's a home and away. And then there's an alternative home and an alternative away. Which combination would you guys want the Dolphins to have? Tell us in the comments. What are we going with? For me, I'm going with the throwback uniforms, making them permanent. So now our permanent uniform will be home and away throwback uniforms, permanent. And my alternate would be gray throwback, meaning it'll be a gray on gray, and then the white version, away version, would be white on gray with gray helmets with the throwback logo. That means there's no Vice City. But to be real with you, Kadeem, the same way Oregon Ducks changed the whole college football scene with all their uniforms, and obviously it's because Nike is based in Oregon. I don't know. Did you know that, Kadeem?
Yeah.
That's great because people from the States, most people from I gotta believe 7.5 out of 10 people knew that Nike was based in Oregon because of the owner. So Oregon changed the uniform game, and in basketball, the Miami Heat flipped it on his head. Like, yo, we got the best. I don't even know what they call them in basketball, but the Vice City uniforms is money. Then they changed it. They switched it up a few times. The Miami Heat did, and it's money. So now the Miami Dolphins have a chance to be like, hey, we could look good. We could win and look good at the same time. So you about to say something?
I was, but I was just looking at the NFL uniform rules, and obviously, so I think most people know that NFL's essentially NFL's teams have to have at least a white uniform. Is that correct?
I don't know if they have to have a white uniform. I don't know if that's a rule, but they have to have a home and away. I don't know if they're if it's a dark and a white or just dark and light. You see what I'm saying? I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah. Yeah, I just find it really interesting.
Hey, Kadeem Simmons has a Vice City Jalen Waddle jersey on right now. That thing is money. Let me see the patch. Let me see the shoulder. Sheesh.
Although, very, very quickly, if the Dolphins weren't going to have Miami Vice, what about like an all black smoke kind of uniform? Because you've got one of those, don't you?
Yeah, I got a smoke jersey where it's black with teal and the smoke is coming up on the number. But honestly, bro, I'm not. All right. I kind of started this podcast saying I'm not going in on a Vice City uniform, but I didn't know my co-host was going to be like, "Oh, you mean these Vice City uniforms?" So now that it's in front of me, I'm not tripping that. I'm not tripping that. This is like the Tyreek Hill trade. Look, I'm not going to trade all these picks for Tyreek Hill, but if we do, I'll be happy. Look, I don't want the Vice City Miami Dolphin uniforms, but if we did, I'll be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So yeah, so I think the Vice City black on black, that's killer, bro. So you have black jerseys, black pants, black helmet with the modern logo, and you have some basically pink, black, and whatever that blue is. And then the white jerseys will be all white with the same pink highlights and aqua or blue with the modern logo. Yeah, I don't know how you do that, man. But here's what I do know. I don't like that we got to this level. The Miami Dolphins are a historic franchise. And I can hear Sherrod Steve in my ear right now. Oh, but you said the Dolphins was in the bottom tier of franchises. I did say that. But I've been talking about of recent years, the Dolphins were bottom of the barrel. When you talk about historic football franchises, the Miami Dolphins have to be listed. And the fact that we've gotten so far away from the history of the Miami Dolphins is tragic. It is shameful. And we need to get back to our winning ways for real, for real. So when you talk about the Dallas Cowboys, bro, you can't see them changing their uniform. You know what I'm saying? You talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can you imagine? Oh, we need to have the logo on both sides of the helmet now. What? Man, they'll never do that. You know what I'm saying? Who else you got that jerseys can never change? The Raiders. They done moved the whole state, a whole city. You know what I'm saying? We're not changing the jerseys. The Raiders are football. You know what I'm saying? Who else you got that you feel like, all right, this team can? Green Bay.
Green Bay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you hear these teams, and it's like, yeah, you can never change those. So for me, I believe Miami was one of those, and we got so far away from it. We weren't. And for history buffs, the Patriots were never as good as they are now. Like when this what? How many rings they got? Like 6 rings. They were never that good. They had an old logo, an old uniform, didn't win anything until they changed it. Then they got the modern uniform that they have now. Then they started winning. That's different. We have a history. They didn't have a history. You know what I'm saying? So now you got teams like Baltimore. Ravens was never a thing. They got more championships than the Dolphins do in modern uniforms. You know what I'm saying? So I don't appreciate how far we got away from our history, and we need to tap into that because as a Miami Dolphin fan, not even just a Miami Dolphin fan, bro, like a lifelong Miami Dolphin fan, I feel like we're owed it. But you don't got to be a lifelong Dolphin fan to be a diehard Dolphin fan.
That is true. And very quickly, so the Eagles have 3 uniforms. They've got the green uniform, the white uniform, and then they introduced a black uniform. But they announced last year that in 2023, they're bringing back the Kelly green uniforms. Now, to me, those uniforms are cold. And I can't be in an NFL where the Eagles wear the Kelly Green uniforms more than the Dolphins wear their throwback uniforms. So again, hopefully, with more and more teams wearing the alternate uniforms, and I think you can wear it like up until maybe like 4 times.
Yeah, I think it's 4 times.
In my opinion, the Dolphins should designate 2 home and 2 road jerseys, and you see the throwbacks 4 times. I think
So
that's
real quick, I think the Eagles have a white jersey, a green jersey, that's their home and aways, and the black are the alternates. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, maybe the NFL could just ease up a little bit, and then instead of only having us wear them 4 times a year, we could wear them 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we just get our jerseys more? You know what I'm saying? That's more money for y'all. You feel me? So I don't know why it's such a big deal for the NFL to say no, you can't do it. All right, bro, relax. But y'all know what time it is. Stay positive. Test negative. Hey, whoa. Javon Holland giveaway. We're giving away Javon Holland game-worn gloves on this side of the podcast. You feel me? March 15th is the first episode we go live. Y'all tune in so you can see us go live for the first time here on Go Time Dolphins. We're giving away of game-worn Javon Holland gloves. Gotta love it. Shout out to the Snowman for shooting them to us. We appreciate you. But y'all know what time it is. Stay positive. Test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time.
So before we move on from uniforms, NFL rules state that a team may pick any colors it desires for its third jersey and may wear these alternate colors for 1 preseason game and 2 regular season games each year. So the Dolphins can't even do like throwback all preseason.
Hold on, say that again. They can throw that in there one more time.
NFL, according to NFL rules, a team may pick any colors it desires for its third jersey and may wear these alternate colors for 1 preseason game and 2 regular season games each year.
What year was that published?
That was published 12th of July. So this article I'm reading was published 12th of July 2022.
12th of July 2022. That doesn't sound like it adds up though, because a third jersey and you can only wear it 3 times. It says 1 preseason game and 2 regular season games.
Yeah,
that doesn't add up because I'm pretty sure the alternative jerseys can be worn 4 times. Because I feel like we wear the green twice and we wear the white once or white twice, throwbacks. So I'm not really sure what that's saying, or maybe it's saying a third. I don't know. I'm not sure of the verbiage that is using because it says a third uniform with alternate colors. Like you like Green Bay. Green Bay has this like mustard and blue jersey. Like that's not their colors. Who else wears another uniform that's not their colors?
no, but that's the thing though. I think this thing is saying that a team can pick any color for their third. Like it doesn't matter what it is.
Oh, okay. But hold on. But it doesn't say 4 games though. It says, is that like a rule? Like, hey, well, if you choose a alternative uniform that's not your colors, you can only wear it 3 times. Is that how it works? But if you use the team colors, then you can wear it 4 times. Is that what it's saying?
So reading, so this article says, and the bit I'm reading, pick it alternate colors. In addition to an NFL team choosing its primary home colors and secondary away colors, it may also develop a third jersey with alternate colors on it. The alternate jersey can be a throwback of an older design or it can be entirely different colors than the primary team colors. And then it goes on to say about one preseason game and 2 regular season games each year.
So what I got from that is maybe it's not 4 times, it's only 2 times a year. Am I tripping? Do we not wear our throwbacks like 4 times? Do we only wear it twice? Could I be wrong?
I think you're wrong. I think off the top of my head, and I think this season we only wore it once, and everyone's like, "Yo, why have we only got this once?" But I think if you were to go back, you probably will realize that actually, it's only been like twice a year. Yeah.
No way, bro. I disagree, bro. There's no way. Because I feel like we've seen it so much. I feel like we've seen it so much. I disagree. But I could be wrong.
What annoyed me about this rule, though, is that I feel like the Dolphins aren't utilizing it enough. Or let's try this again. The Dolphins' alternate color is essentially a different version of aqua, which I'm just like, that's like, to me, that's a waste. I'd rather see a complete different color, like the black or the gray.
So that hence the question that I had for you, because these modern uniforms are not the traditional aqua and orange. So if you bring in the original aqua and orange throwbacks, when you have a third uniform, what would that third uniform be? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And mine was gray. Mine was gray.
Yeah. But I still think the Dolphins will be boring and go orange. I think they'll go, well, the third color will be all orange. When instead they should go, in my opinion, if you've got aqua and orange on your home jerseys, go black or go gray. Like, but again, that's just my opinion. Like,
Bro,
really,
as I'm thinking about it, shout out to, hold up, this is my screensaver. I might as well just show you my screensaver since we're talking about it. Shout out to y'all already. Y'all see the boy. You feel me? As I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking, well, let's think of other football teams and their alternate uniforms. Do we really see a team wear alternates 4 times a year? Probably not. And now I'm thinking, like, I'm not even sure how many times we see other teams alternate uniforms at all. Like, maybe they just feel like we don't have a good enough one to put out there, so we only wear it once or don't wear it at all. I don't know.
I think the one thing you can do is change your helmets. And I think when I was reading the article, I'm pretty sure it was like the Bengals used this helmet like 3 times in one season. I think
that just happened last year.
Yeah. So I think you can like, I'm trying to find a rule as we're going. It wouldn't surprise me if you can kind of use this alternate helmet a bit more, but in terms of your, primary color, that has to, or your alternate color, that can only be used, 3 times a season. But then again, if it's once in preseason and twice during the season, it's essentially 3 times. Is anything stopping you from going, we're going to not use it in preseason and use it 3 times during the season?
That was another question I had for you too. So I'm not sure, but I really want to get into this PFF thing. We know that we have. Were you done with uniforms, though, Kadeem?
Yeah, I can talk uniforms all day. So yeah, all good.
Dang, I can. Oh, man, how about the NFL just give us more games so we're able to wear it more? Like, what's wrong? You got 18 weeks, bro. Y'all got 18 weeks, 17 games. Can we not get 6 games of the throwbacks if we so choose, if we so desire, or the alternate, whatever you want to call it? Yeah, I could really see a Vice City. That's crazy. At the beginning of the podcast, I said, no. Now the end of the podcast, I'm like, yeah, like the Vice City might do something. But listen, the NFL quarterback ranking episode, Go Time Dolphin episode, is coming soon. It's epic. Took off running last year. Myself, Kadeem Simmons, and our friend Sherrod Steve have a epic debate about quarterback rankings 1 through 32. It's coming up, and this year we're putting a little spin on it. We're gonna have more opinions from people that you guys know, and we're gonna talk about their opinions and maybe bring them on in other episodes after that one. But PFF beat us to it. PFF put out a top 9 quarterback ranking of the 2022 season. You want me to do the honors, Kadeem?
Please do.
Number 9, Kirk Cousins. Number 8, Trevor Lawrence. Number 7, Lamar Jackson. Of course, this is the top quarterbacks from 2022 season according to PFF rankings. Number 6, Geno Smith. Number 5, Tua Ningamanu Olipola Dani Tungavailoa. Number 4, Jalen Hurts. Number 3, Josh Allen. Number 2, Joey Bullets, Joe Burrow. And number 1, Patrick Mahomes. I am just saying that was PFF's rankings of the 2022 quarterback season, whatever. Wait till y'all see Go Time Dolphins episode of the top 32 quarterbacks. I cannot wait to see where Kadeem has Tua. I cannot wait to see where Sherrod Steve has the person who was not on this list. Do you know who was left off this list, Kadeem?
Mac Jones.
Justin Herbert.
I didn't even notice that.
Maybe he would have made 10. I don't know if he would have made 10 or not, but he didn't make 10 on this list, according to PFF.
So, but then, what do you think this? What do you think this list? So, what do you think this list is, as opposed to what it's being named? If that makes sense.
It says the top quarterbacks from the 2022 season
Per PFF rankings.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, but that's kind of like in the nicest way possible. Kirk Cousins isn't a top 9 quarterback, but he's ranked top 9 by PFF rankings.
Hold on. I didn't say Kirk Cousins was a top 9 quarterback. However, if you want to have a mini quarterback debate right now, I'm pretty sure I could put up a little argument for Kirk Cousins being in the top 15.
Oh, but see, that's top 15. That's fine, but he's 9th on this list.
All right, so, but all I'm saying is if someone else had him 9 and I had him 14, it's not really like, oh, how did you do that? You know what I'm saying? And this is a little taste of the quarterback episode. I'm just saying, like 9 and 15, 9 and 14 is like, I can't push back too much on that.
But they are two, like, again, if someone said, hey, Kirk Cousins top 15 quarterback, you'd be like, yeah, I can believe that.
100%.
But you're thinking between 10 and 15. So if someone said Kirk Cousins top 15 quarterback and said 9th, I think most people would turn around and go, well, hold on. Like, same way. And Geno Smith had a terrific season. If someone said Geno Smith top 15 quarterback, you'd be like, okay, cool. I can hear that. If they went top 10 quarterback and he's not 10, 9, 8 or 7th, you'll be like, well, hold on. He was good, but let's not.
All right. So now that takes us to today. Right now, today, where do you rank these quarterbacks? And this is getting into our criteria for the Go Time Dolphins quarterback rankings, which will be discussed at lengths. That's another word I can't say. Lengths. How do you say it, Kadeem?
I say length and then lengths. But yeah.
See, look at that. I can't. That's not. I knew I was going to struggle with that word. I tried to pivot from that word, but I couldn't. But we will have a long discussion on the criteria of the quarterback rankings here on Go Time Dolphins. And when that time comes, we're going to ask for everybody's top 32 quarterbacks in the NFL. Maybe when we talk about everybody in the comments, maybe you guys just give us your top 15. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. But that episode is coming up too. I cannot wait. Can't wait. Bart Scott.
And also, if you're still here, thank you very much. I love it. Let me know in the comments what you think the criteria of the top, the top quarterback ranking should be. Because we're going to discuss it, but what would you like to see us base our list on? So for example, in my opinion, the top 32 quarterbacks should be based on what they did in the current season. I don't think it matters what they did previously or what they did in college. I think it should be based on what they've done in this season. So when we get to when I do my list, I will base my list on what happened in the 2022 season and 2022 season only. That's what I'm going to base my list on. But it's obviously important to get it out there because I feel like last year I done that, but not everyone did. And I think that's where there was some discrepancy.
Hold on, Kadeem. So when you say base it on what they did in the 2022 season, does that not leave room for the team around them? Like, what about the team around them? What if the team around them wasn't good?
Oh yeah, of course it does. But then that's the same for previous. Like if you were to say, okay, what they've done in the last 3 years, then that's also the same thing, in
Hold
my
on, we're not
opinion.
talking about last week. We're not.
No, what I'm saying. If we were to say, okay, our quarterback rankings list is going to take into account what they did in the last 3 seasons, obviously team around them also matters. And the reason I don't do stuff like that is because you get to a situation where, in the nicest way possible, some players are playing college football against absolute bums, where some are playing in the NFL against what is supposedly the best of the best. So you get the situation where those playing in college football looked totally amazing. And again, that's what happens in scouting when you scout for the draft. You have to take into account, okay, this guy might be putting up 400 yards and 5 touchdowns a week in college, but look who he's doing it against and where's he falling on our board. So that's why for me, when I'm doing quarterback rankings in the NFL, I base it on what they've done over the past 17 or 16 games as opposed to the past 32, 36, or anything like that.
That's fair. But if you base it on what they've done in the past 17 games, what about the quarterbacks that have a trash team and they couldn't do much because they had a trash team? Because they didn't have a good team, do you just rank them in the bottom half of the league because they didn't have a good team?
No, but I also think when you make your argument for putting someone there, you provide context. So without
That's
really,
fair.
so without
That's
really
fair.
delving into our list, someone like Justin Fields, for instance, or no, okay,
Perfect.
yeah,
No,
Justin
that's
Fields,
perfect.
yeah,
That's
Justin Fields,
perfect.
for instance, no matter where you put him, you have to provide a context that
Look at
he
the
was in
team.
a trash team and he
Yeah.
he was the offense. So
Yep.
I don't think anyone will come and say, "Hey, Justin Fields is number 32," because that's just, in my opinion, ridiculous.
Cool.
But someone could look at him and go, "Well, the Bears have the number 1 overall pick. They were a trash organization. Justin Fields, played and lost a lot of games. So because of that, he's 32." Now, I don't agree with that logical thinking, but some people think like that.
We'll figure it out. And we might have to have a quarterback ranking criteria episode first. Like we might have to have that episode before we have the quarterback ranking episode. But I can't wait, man.
Oh, and again, very, very quickly, I think we have to do that. And we have to do that with Share Wild Steve. I feel like
for sure, 100%.
So I feel like we get Share Wild Steve on, say, at the start of or like mid-March, and then give everyone a month to say, okay, here's the
I know
criteria.
that's too long. That's too long.
Okay,
I think matter of fact, we'll call Sherrod Steve right now.
what a way. What a way.
Hold on, we're gonna call Sherrod Steve. This is what you get for bonus time. Everybody that hung around bonus time. Oh, wait, it might go to my earpiece.
It will go to your
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
So while Charlie calls Share Wild Steve, like I said, let me know in the comments what you think what some of the criteria should be for the 2023 or if anything 2022 quarterback rankings list, as I can hear the dial tone of Charlie calling Share Wild Steve. And yes, this has been an episode on jerseys, and once again, this man, if you're watching on YouTube, this Miami Vice jersey.
Voicemail. So look, and I ain't gonna lie, it might not be that long. I'm gonna get Sherrod Steve on the phone. We're gonna figure out when he's gonna come on the podcast so he could so we could discuss the criteria of the quarterback ranking episode. And then shortly after, we're gonna have the quarterback ranking episode. And we'll share it with everybody. Everybody else could give us their quarterback rankings. 1 through 32, if it's fine, honestly. If y'all want to leave y'all quarterback rankings in the comments when we have that episode, I'm all for it.
Like, say don't ask this now, but we'll leave it on this. Say like me, you, Shay, Steve, live episode quarterback rankings. People in the comments giving their opinions.
Oh my goodness. Oh, bro, the universe just blew up with that one. A live episode of a quarterback ranking list, bro. Yo, we
Oopsie.